Hi Aries Seekers, welcome back to the Existential Shift. If you're new to my channel, my name is Morgane, welcome. If you like what you hear, or triggered by what you hear, subscribe and join the shift. Aries, coming in with a Piscean energy, Page of Cups. Very respectful and kind and kind of, is it okay if I sit here? Is it okay if I approach? May I say something? May I ask you something? Cute. That's cute. I like that. Aries ladies, maybe someone is doing that with you. Expect an approach. So January, what is this about? Show me guidance and messages for my beautiful Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, other placements. You know the drill. For this coming month, please. Two of Swords, but someone either doesn't want to hear it, or doesn't acknowledge it, or doesn't see it, because you know the Page of Cups can be so subtle, and if someone doesn't have their eyes and ears open, they might be missing it out. So maybe there's someone around you, Aries, that tries to kind of come into your life, express something. You know, maybe they're doing it in a very subtle way, insinuating, hinting, because they're shy. It's not because they're, and you're not seeing it. Keep in mind, this could be vice versa. Maybe you're trying to approach someone and they're not seeing it. I think they're just really caught up in something, and they're caught up in their own mind. The Chariot. It might be I think someone is really caught up in their mind when it comes to their future and where they see themselves go, and they're just really, really focused on that and driven. And it's so energy and time consuming what it is that they're into, that it's kind of hard for them to see this. There's some Cancer energy on the table. In Cancer, I just did them. They had like someone come in. Maybe it's you with this Chariot trying to, and they're not seeing it coming. So maybe they're not seeing an Aries energy coming in. You know, like this could be you. First kind of subtly trying to come in, and then you see that they're just not hearing, not seeing, not noticing, so you're kind of upping the game in a way. Once again, or vice versa. Now, it doesn't have to be a Cancer and an Aries, right? But one energy is really in their mind, and the other is trying to knock on the door, and they're like in the shower. Can't hear. Show me more, please, for Aries. There's something that you want, Aries, and you're starting mellow, and then you're Wheel of Fortune. And then you're like, okay, if I want things to happen, if I want things to change, if I want things to progress, I need to get this going. I need to do something myself. I need to make it happen. Make it happen. I think you're right. The Chariot says to not give up and to go for what it is that you want. In the Wheel of Fortune, it's not just destiny, it's also inner manifestation that creates destiny. Carl Jung said, until we make our subconscious conscious, it will rule our life and we will call it fate. So make your subconscious conscious, and you rule your own life and you create your own fate. 9 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. it's like there's this duality that one aspect of you understand that change is a coming and is called for, and that you need to take the reins and lead it. But another part of you is really timid and scared and kind of doesn't want to. So you have two of your inner horses kind of pulling you in different directions, and you don't know which one to let lead. You lead. Don't try to fight the tides. I said that to Cancer as well. Five of Cups, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups. So things start to happen in January, and they're going to start moving faster. And for some of you, it's going to be like, oh, I'm not sure if I want this. And ironically, you're one of the causes. Like, in a way, you've initiated this movement, and you're like, wait, I'm not sure I want to do this. And you're insecure, but it's just, the ball is already moving, the snowball is already growing, inertia is happening. I think it's fine. You seem to have a lot of, you'll seem to have a lot of fear and anxiety about whatever this is, but a lot of it is in your head. There's a lot of worry and anxiety, but it seems like you can really, really make this work, whatever this is. Maybe it's a travel of some sort. Someone is offering you something sweet, and yet you're really reluctant to move forward with it. It's a very gas brakes type of energy. Don't put don't clog your own wheels. Show me more for Aries for January. Come back to this reading a few weeks from now. Tell me if it clicked. And also currently watch your December read. Because right now I'm recording this still in December, so you might have some realizations from there. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, Four of Wands and the Fool. That's wonderful. And I have 3 fours on the table. Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and Four of Wands, and now the Fool. So you have a goal in mind that you really want to risk and go for it. Could be some sort of an adventure or an endeavor or a buildup of something that really excites you. The thought of it excites you, and you want to do it, but it comes with so much fear and hesitance. But at one point in January, you're just completely snapping out of it and just going for it. And you're like, whatever, que sera, sera, kind of thing. Whatever will be, will be. Because you just feel like you have to do it. The Tower. Okay. Okay, Aries. So if you're going for it, whatever this is, try to avoid going from 0 to 100 and plan. And kind of make sure that the foundations are stable. And that will allow the endeavor to have the best outcome. Or maybe consider on waiting for February with this. Maybe February is a better time to go about this. To go to that place, to do the thing, to take that risk. Because something about your own energy is so unsure and uncertain, you might manifest trouble. Like you'll have I'm scared of doing this, I'm scared of doing this, I'm scared of doing this, all these like negative ideas in your head of how things can go wrong. And then you're just like, oh, F this, I have to go for it, and then you do it. But then during the time that you were pondering over this, you manifested the negative possibilities. So build it also energetically, like with positive thinking, expecting good results, and make sure that you have everything covered when it comes to, you know, what you need to take with you or what you need to do. Like make a checklist, make a very specific, clear checklist. Because it seems to be something around building something or stabilizing something. This could be finances. This could be a relationship that you want to go in headstrong, but you're so excited, so you're moving in too fast, too soon. And you might want to take your time with it. So let's say you just met someone and it's super exciting and super great. Maybe you want to wait a little bit with moving in together. Like give it 4 months, right? From when you met and are like, okay, we're together, to when you decide to move in together. Maybe take a trial period, you know, like spend a lot of time with each other before you actually move forward. I'm not saying to not be together and to not enjoy this, whatever new thing that is happening, but kind of think long game. 3 of Cups. Yeah, if this is love, focus on having fun together and really getting to know each other from a joyous, flowing place that doesn't have too much responsibilities or, you know, things to take care of. Like, don't go to the married couple status immediately. Not necessarily, I don't mean it necessarily in like getting married per se, but like, don't immediately go to the state of mind of that married couples have, where it's mostly about the obligations and the daily mundane stuff. At least for the first 3 months, focus on fun, just enjoying each other. And that will kind of establish a very good foundation for friendship and getting to know each other. Yeah. What else can you show me, please, for my Aries seekers? 9 of Cups, and that will make it the ideal scenario for you. Whether it be love or travel or a move or work thing. But for a lot of you, I think it's love and or travel. Yeah, if you'll focus first 3-4 months on just enjoying each other's company, that will be the thing that will create a very beautiful connection. Very satisfying. Also, some of you might meet someone and like, I see things happening really, really fast. So some of you like might meet someone and just immediately, you know, have sex immediately, or like spend every single day with each other, or like, now I'm not trying to deter you or make you feel like there's something wrong. I'm just saying, like, don't ruin this because of what I'm saying right now. Like, don't take it to the self-destructive thing of, oh, I have to take it slow, and then the other person doesn't understand if you're even interested, and then they're like, okay, so then they kind of take their distance, and then what do you know, you guys are like broken up. No, just communicate that. Be like, hey, I really like you, this is great, but why don't we, because of that and because I care about this, why don't we slow down just a little bit? Or why don't we figure out how we can do this, like be close like that, but like in a way that won't have us step on each other's toes too soon, right? Right, communicate it to the other person. That's, I guess, the best advice I can give you in regards to this. I want you to see the cards. I'm going to pull out Animal Spirit as well, no worries. But I want you to see the synchronicities here. There's some pretty cool stuff. So first of all, we have 3 4s. And we also have 2 9s And the major arcanas that we have are Chariot, Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, and the Tower. But if we do it this way, okay. And we do have 3, 4, 5 of Cups as well. Okay. So yeah, there's something that, okay. You seem to have been closing in some pretty difficult cycles recently. And the energy is really about to be ready to open new cycles, but you're still carrying a little bit of the emotional fear and turmoil of the things that you've been closing, because you may have had some serious dramas, I can see. And you're worried about going into something else, new or different, because you don't want things to happen the same way again, which I understand. So the advice is to go for it, but with ease, slow. But again, communicate. If this has to do with another person, you have to communicate this to them. You can't just make up your mind immediately on your own, because let's say you have a week or two that are magical and you're together every day, blah, 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 and then you remember this reading or start freaking out or whatever, and then you just, oh no, we need to take it slower, so you disappear on them or take a few steps back and you don't say why, so they'll just assume you're not interested or that you are, pulling away, and then their ego and their fears and their insecurities will come in, or just logic, and they're like, okay, if they're pulling back, I'll pull back. And that could be very devastating. Communication is key. Okay? Some of you are moving away or want to do some change, moving out, possibly. Moving out of a home or something. Because you feel the winds of change and you want to do something different, and you just want to go, and that breaks down the foundation of whatever it is that you had, but it seems to be a foundation you want to break anyway. So yeah, towards the end of January, towards Aquarius season, there might be some shift in your movement that will break down some sort of mechanism that wasn't good. I think you kind of wanted it to happen. I think you may like purposefully do that. Like when you pick up a fight with someone because you want them to break up with you, something like that. Or when you deliberately mess up at your job because you want them to fire you and you don't want to quit yourself because, I don't know, you want the compensation or something like that. I mean, somehow Uranus moving into Taurus affects you, and brings in things that are just meant, and takes out things that are meant to be out. Maybe you have strong Taurus placements in your chart. Also, some of you are going to have your mind blown away by something that you've never encountered or never thought of, like a complete different way of thinking or moving in the world, like your perception on life is really changing, and it kind of really challenges your status quo or the way you perceive things, and that might shake you a little bit, but that's okay. Good change. Let's see what the animal spirit have to say. After this, I will do your special extended for the new year and for the new decade, actually, your special karmic extended. I will look into your generational karma, your past lifetimes karma, and your current lifetime self-made karma, and how they all affect your love life and career and finance says currently, and what you ought to do to release them and to heal it. And so enlarge your energy. So all the links to the yummy stuff are below. Ooh, stingray, owl, and moth. Stingray, owl, and moth. What an interesting trio. Water, air, air. Some of you are planning something, Aries. You're planning something, and you're not saying. You're doing, it's an inner thing that you want to do and go about, but you're kind of mysterious about this. So if you're approaching someone, I don't think they see it coming. If you're planning on doing something, going somewhere, leaving, moving, changing, traveling, whatever, you're kind of keeping it to yourself. It has to do with a certain secret that you have or a journey that is personal to you. You know, it's something that you have to do. It feels like it comes with somewhat of a risk factor that is like an X factor that you don't have any control over. And you're like, I have to do this. I'll just leave the rest to the fates. I'll just do the best I can, and the rest, well, I'll just cross my fingers and hope to live, kind of thing. It's like you're answering your own calling. It's part of a big plan. It's just a part of the journey that you know you got to do. It's like something bigger than you is kind of leading you, and you kind of sense that in a way. But you're also insisting on taking the credit and thinking, no, this is my plan. It's your plan and the divine's plan, you know? A little bit of both. The guidance is to focus on all the details that you can focus on, everything that you do have power over, do them the best as you can, and then the rest will follow. Wow. Let me know what this is about, Cancer. I keep calling. Okay, so maybe you want to watch the Cancer reading. Maybe you have something in common with that. Or maybe you have strong Cancer placements, or you're dealing with a Cancer, or maybe you're a Cancer cross-watching for an Aries. I don't know. Okay, guys, if you want to book a private reading with me, it's the existentialshift.as.me. Link to everything is below, including Tarot Masterclass if you want to learn how to be a Tarochi. Thank you for being here. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in a second in your special karmic extended. Love you guys.